Hello everyone. Today I'd like to take some time to talk to you about the importance of implementing mandatory uniforms into our public school systems, grades K through 12. First, I'd like to share a story of my own with you. When my son was old enough to attend preschool, we lived in a small rural school district that did not offer preschool at the school. So he had to be sent about 10 miles away to the closest school district that offered a public preschool. He was so excited when he finally got to go to school because he had two older sisters that had been going to school for a long time. So when we got to pick out the backpack, he was excited. He wanted to go to school and make new friends, and he loved school. He loved playing with his friends. He loved his teachers. He loved learning. He loved coloring. He liked playing out on recess. It was a very good time for him. Now one day he came home and he was very upset, and he put his favorite shoes in the whole world in the trash can. A pair of cowboy boots that he loved to death ended up in the trash can, which was concerning to me because I knew they were his favorite shoes and he couldn't live without them. So when I asked him why he put the shoes in the trash can, he told me because there was another little boy at school that made fun of him for wearing the shoes. So he decided to get rid of them so that he wouldn't get made fun of anymore. He's already a pretty small little kid, so the last thing he needed was to be felt to be even smaller. Now, there may be some people out there right now watching this video that have children that have been through this, making fun of, being made fun of. Maybe some of you of your own have been made fun of. Maybe some of you watching this video have been the ones to be the ones making fun of children. Putting all that aside, we know why we go to school. We know why we send our children to school. We send our children to school to get an education. We don't send them to school as a fashion show. It's not a fashion show. You go to school to get an education. You go to school to learn. You don't go to school to judge whose parents can afford what and whose parents can't afford what. Children need to be recognized for their personality and for their intelligence and for their academic strengths. And they need to take pride in the school that they're going to, and that's very important in their learning ability. They need to have a high level of confidence when they go to school. That's very important in what they're going to learn and how much they're going to learn. So this is where school uniforms come into play. I feel like if students wore school uniforms, there would be no judgment on what they were wearing anymore to school. You wouldn't know how much money their parents had. You would have to be known by your personality and by your academic skills. You would be able to concentrate more on academics and be able to concentrate more on your studies than what everybody else is wearing and be worried about what everybody else is wearing. The competition of the fashion would be gone. It would be more competition in the gym. Now, some things that would be good about having school uniforms for parents and children alike. First, for children, you wouldn't have to think about what you were going to wear when you got up in the morning. You would just go to your closet, you would get your school uniform out of your closet, and you would put it on. For parents, that would eliminate a lot of unneeded laundry. I have two teenage daughters. I do a lot of laundry that probably has never even touched the body. So as far as school uniforms go, this would definitely decrease my laundry. Having school uniforms would also help save money at the beginning of the school year for some parents. I know I spend a lot of money on new school clothes. According to FrenchToast.com, a student can be dressed in easy to care for and long-lasting school uniforms for about $150 a year. If I only had to spend $150 a year on each of my kids for new school clothes, I don't know if I would believe it. This includes 10 to 12 items as well. I know I couldn't buy 10 to 12 items for my teenage daughter on $150. Most schools that implement uniforms also are allowing parents to go to their own retailer of choice, whether it be Walmart, Target, Meijer, whoever you like, as long as you follow the color rules for the school uniforms. As reported in greatereducation.org, there are also some schools out there that are willing to assist in the cost of uniforms for lower income families if the school uniforms are made mandatory. Just to give a little more info on the good of school uniforms, we are all aware that bullying is increasing in our schools. According to statisticsbrains.com, Long Beach, California implemented uniforms in 1995. and a long-term study was completed in 2005. And among this study, they decided that the overall crime rate decreased 91%. School suspensions decreased 90%. Sex offense reduced 96%. And assaults K through 8 decreased 85%. I realize Long Beach is not Shelby, Miami County. But think of it this way. If a big city can benefit that extremely from school uniforms, maybe some of our smaller school systems could benefit as well. According to the Large Urban School District, or LUSD, just by implementing uniforms in various cities across the United States, an increase in attendance and an increase in test scores, and there was an increase in graduation of students that had to, when they implemented the school uniforms into the system. Obviously, that shows that there's a lot more confidence going to school. You feel more comfortable going to school. You feel safer going to school. So overall, you can clearly see the benefits of uniform in the public school systems. If the difference between my child being safe and happy and healthy in school and getting a great education is $150 in some school uniforms, I think I would definitely be into that. It's definitely going to cost me less than taking him to the mall and buying new clothes. So in closing, if you want your child to be a happy, healthy, and very educated person, school uniforms might be a benefit for our schools. Thank you for watching my video.